revealing the secret symbols and codes of Scripture. Have you ever wondered why certain numbers and symbols appear repeatedly throughout sacred texts? What if the ancient scriptures, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, or other holy writings, aren't just stories or teachings but are encoded with hidden meanings that transcend time and culture? Could it be that the texts we consider sacred have secret symbols and codes waiting to be discovered, hidden messages that could transform the way we view life and business? In today's video, we will embark on a journey to uncover the mystical symbols and cryptic codes embedded within some of the world's most revered scriptures. These symbols, often overlooked or misunderstood, are not merely decorative, they are deeply woven into the fabric of these texts, carrying profound insights that go beyond religious teachings. Some of these symbols have been interpreted for centuries, while others remain a mystery, inviting only the bravest minds to explore their true meanings. Throughout history, scholars, mystics, and even entrepreneurs have sought to decode these sacred symbols, searching for insights that could unlock the secrets of success, harmony, and wisdom. From the ancient pyramids to the pages of the Bible, symbols like the Eye of Horus, the Tree of Life, and the number 7 have sparked debates, inspired philosophies, and even influenced business strategies. But what if these symbols are more than just relics of the past? What if they contain the timeless wisdom we need to navigate today's fast-paced world of business and personal development? In this video, we'll break down some of these symbols and codes. We'll explore their historical roots, their spiritual significance, and most importantly, how they can be applied to modern-day challenges, whether in business, personal growth, or even leadership. You'll learn how the number 3, which appears frequently in many sacred texts, can teach us about balance in life. You'll discover how the Eye of Horus can inspire clarity in decision-making. And you'll see how ancient teachings can provide guidance on how to approach life with purpose and vision. But be warned, this journey is not for the faint of heart. Decoding these symbols requires not just an open mind but a willingness to challenge conventional thinking and explore the deeper truths that may lie beneath the surface. These sacred symbols may seem simple at first glance, but they are layered with meaning, waiting for those brave enough to unravel their mysteries. So, are you ready to join me on this adventure? Let's dive deep into the secret symbols and codes of Scripture. Let's decode the hidden messages that have been passed down for centuries, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. One of the most intriguing aspects of sacred texts is the repeated appearance of certain numbers and symbols. These symbols often appear in the most unexpected places, woven into the fabric of the narrative. Yet their true meanings have remained elusive to many for centuries. One number that stands out in the Bible, and in many other ancient scriptures, is the number 7. Repeatedly, it holds a place of significance. From the 7 days of creation to the 7 seals in the book of Revelation. But what is it about the number 7 that has captivated humanity's attention for so long? Could it hold the key to understanding deeper truths about our lives, our work, and our very existence? The number 7, the perfect number. In biblical scripture, the number 7 is often referred to as a symbol of divine perfection and completion. It is no accident that the world was created in 6 days, with the 7th day reserved as a day of rest. This symbolism extends far beyond the pages of the Bible and can be found in other ancient religious texts as well, symbolizing harmony, balance, and the connection between the physical world and the divine. The number 7 is seen in many other places in the Bible, such as the 7 seals in the book of Revelation, which represent divine completion and the unfolding of the end of times. But what does this number mean in the context of business and personal development? If we consider the number 7 as a symbol of balance and completion, we can learn a powerful lesson for our own lives and work. In business, success often depends on the ability to balance multiple aspects: innovation, leadership, strategy, and operations. Just as creation was completed in 7 days, it takes a combination of elements, carefully structured, to bring about success. The number 7 in business could represent the different facets that must be aligned for a project to be fully realized. Perhaps there are 7 pillars of success in your business: innovation, team dynamics, customer satisfaction, financial planning, marketing, leadership, and sustainability. To achieve balance and long-term success, these elements must all work in harmony, just as the number 7 reflects a perfect and balanced state in the spiritual realm. The 7 days of creation, a blueprint for success. Looking at the 7 days of creation, we can extract further lessons that apply to both life and business. In the Bible, on the first day, God created light, and on the second, He created the sky. Each step was deliberate, with a distinct purpose and vision. For business, this is a reminder that success does not happen overnight. It requires a step-by-step process, each phase carefully planned and executed. There is a wisdom in breaking down large projects into manageable stages. Just as creation was methodically carried out, day by day. Furthermore, the seventh day was a day of rest. God rested. In the fast-paced world of business, we often forget the importance of rest and recovery. In fact, this idea is echoed across cultures and religions. Taking time to pause is essential for the creative and strategic process. In business, taking regular breaks, stepping back to reflect, and ensuring time for recovery can be just as critical to success as the work itself. Just as the divine rested after creation, rest allows space for new ideas and fresh perspectives, which can be vital for the continued growth of any organization. The 7 seals, unlocking hidden potential. The 7 seals from the book of Revelation hold a deep, mysterious significance. These seals, which represent a series of events that must unfold to bring about the end of the world, have been interpreted as symbols of spiritual knowledge, hidden wisdom, and revelation. In many ways, they reflect the process of unlocking something profound and life-changing. In business and personal development, the 7 seals could symbolize the unlocking of hidden potential within ourselves or within a business. These seals are barriers or obstacles that prevent us from fully realizing our capabilities. As each seal is broken, new levels of insight, creativity, and potential are unlocked. Perhaps the first seal is the realization that we have untapped abilities, while the 7th seal represents the moment of transformation, where all barriers are removed, and we fully embrace our purpose and vision. This transformation can happen on an individual level, but also on a collective level within a business. Unlocking the potential of a company requires breaking down barriers, whether they are outdated business practices, lack of innovation, or resistance to change. Just like the symbolic breaking of the 7 seals, real transformation in business often comes when we address our deepest challenges and unlock hidden potential. Only then can true growth and success occur. In this first part of our journey, we have begun to explore the deeper meanings behind the number 7 in sacred texts and its application to life and business. The 7 days of creation teach us the importance of taking one step at a time, of building and planning with purpose. The 7 seals offer a metaphor for unlocking hidden potential, whether within ourselves or within our organizations. In the next part of this exploration, we will delve deeper into other symbols, such as the Tree of Life, and how these ancient images hold powerful lessons for modern-day success. Stay tuned as we continue to decode these sacred symbols and discover the timeless wisdom that they offer. The Tree of Life, a symbol of growth and continuity. One of the most profound and enduring symbols found across many ancient scriptures is the Tree of Life. Appearing in the Bible, as well as in other cultures and religious texts, the Tree of Life represents many things: wisdom, growth, eternity, and the interconnectedness of all life. In the Garden of Eden, the Tree of Life was a symbol of the divine gift of eternal life. It was a source of knowledge, but also of responsibility. But what can we learn from this powerful symbol? Why does the Tree of Life appear across so many cultures? And what does it have to do with the way we approach our personal and professional lives? At its core, the Tree of Life is about growth. It represents the ongoing journey of self-improvement, the endless cycle of learning and evolving. Just as a tree's roots anchor it to the earth, a person's foundational beliefs and values keep them grounded, offering stability and direction in life. The trunk of the tree represents strength and resilience, while the branches stretch out, reaching for greater heights, just as we reach for our aspirations. In the world of business, the Tree of Life can be seen as a metaphor for the foundation of any successful company. The roots of the tree symbolize the core principles of the business, the mission, vision, and values that provide direction. The trunk represents the strength and resilience of the company, its leadership, and its ability to weather challenges. The branches signify growth, innovation, and expansion, the company's drive to reach new heights and explore new opportunities. Roots, the foundation of success. Let's begin with the roots. Every tree begins with its roots, and they provide stability and nourishment. Similarly, every business or individual must establish a strong foundation in order to thrive. This foundation is built on values and principles, whether it is the core purpose of your company or the core beliefs that guide your decisions. Without these roots, there can be no growth. For a business, the roots may be the company's mission and vision, what it stands for and the purpose it serves in the world. For an individual, it might be the values you hold dear: integrity, honesty, hard work, and perseverance. When these principles are clear and deeply embedded, they act as the solid foundation upon which everything else is built. Take, for example, the leadership philosophy of Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos. One of the guiding principles that has shaped Amazon from its very beginning is a focus on customer satisfaction. The idea that customers should always come first is deeply embedded in Amazon's mission and values. This foundational belief has been the root of Amazon's massive success and growth. As Amazon continued to innovate, expand, and diversify, it never lost sight of its roots. Similarly, on a personal level, when individuals have a strong set of guiding principles, they are able to stay grounded, make difficult decisions, and stay true to their path, even when external circumstances change. Just as a tree's roots stabilize it during a storm, your personal values will help you stay resilient when faced with challenges in life or business. The trunk, resilience and strength. Moving up the tree, we encounter the trunk. The trunk is what gives the tree its form and structure, and it's also the part of the tree that bears the most weight. For a business, the trunk represents the resilience and strength of the organization. It is the core of the company, how it operates, how it reacts to adversity, and how it builds momentum over time. Just like a tree needs a strong trunk to grow, a company needs a robust structure and leadership to sustain itself over the long haul. Leadership, operational efficiency, and the ability to adapt are all critical elements in this phase. Companies that have strong leadership and organizational resilience can survive even the most difficult times. Consider Apple as an example. The company's resilience, especially after the passing of Steve Jobs, is a testament to the strength of its organizational structure. Despite the challenges and changes in leadership, Apple maintained its commitment to innovation and quality, principles deeply embedded in its DNA. Its trunk, this resilience has allowed the company to continue to grow and succeed. For individuals, the trunk represents the mental and emotional resilience to face life's challenges. It's about staying grounded and committed to your goals, no matter the obstacles that come your way. When we have a strong mental framework and the resilience to face setbacks, we can weather the storms and continue progressing towards success. The branches, reaching new heights. The branches of the tree of life symbolize growth and expansion. As the tree matures, it begins to spread its branches outwards, reaching for the sky. Similarly, in both life and business, we are always striving to reach higher, to push beyond our limits, and to explore new opportunities. In business, the branches represent innovation, growth, and the constant search for new opportunities. Just as a tree's branches extend in different directions to capture sunlight and grow, a successful business must constantly seek new markets, technologies, and ways to improve. In the world of business, this could mean expanding into new geographic markets, introducing new products, or embracing new technologies. For individuals, the branches represent your personal growth and your efforts to reach new heights in life. Whether it's pursuing a new skill, expanding your knowledge, or reaching for a new career goal, your branches represent the steps you take to grow and evolve. Personal development is a lifelong journey, and just like the tree, we must continue to reach outwards, learning new things and exploring new paths. The leaves and fruit, harvesting the rewards. As the tree grows, it produces leaves and fruit, representing the rewards of its efforts. In business, these are the tangible outcomes of all your hard work and investment. The fruit of a business's efforts could be its profits, its loyal customer base, or the products and services it delivers to the world. The leaves represent the ongoing activity of the business, its operations, customer service, and innovation. For individuals, the leaves and fruit represent the tangible rewards of personal growth, success in career, health, relationships, or other areas of life. These rewards are a result of the ongoing effort, the consistent work we put into our growth, and the investment we make in ourselves. In this second part of our exploration, we've uncovered the meaning of the tree of life and its relevance to business and personal development. The tree's roots teach us the importance of having a strong foundation. The trunk reminds us of the resilience and strength needed to overcome challenges. And the branches represent the growth and expansion that drives us toward success. Just as a tree's growth is a process, so is our own journey toward fulfillment and achievement. In the next part of our journey, we will explore more symbols and delve deeper into the lessons they offer for leadership and success. Stay tuned as we continue to reveal the hidden wisdom embedded in ancient scriptures. The Eye of Horus, a symbol of clarity and protection. Among the many powerful symbols found across ancient civilizations, the Eye of Horus is one of the most striking. Originating from ancient Egyptian mythology, the Eye of Horus is often seen as a symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. However, it also holds a deeper meaning, one that speaks to the concept of clarity, vision, and the ability to see beyond what is immediately apparent. In Egyptian myth, Horus was a sky god, often depicted as a falcon, and his eye was said to represent the sun and the moon, embodying both the power of sight and the ability to perceive deeper truths. The injury to his eye, which was later healed, symbolizes the triumph over adversity, recovery, and the restoration of wholeness. But more than just a tale of physical injury, it is an emblem of the power of vision, both literal and metaphorical. What does this mean for us today, especially in the context of business and personal development? The Eye of Horus is a reminder that true vision, seeing beyond the surface, is essential in both life and business. In the business world, those who possess the vision to anticipate trends, understand market shifts, and innovate accordingly are the ones who lead. Similarly, in personal growth, the ability to see clearly, beyond distractions and obstacles, is crucial for making informed decisions and staying true to one's goals. The Eye of Horus also serves as a reminder of protection in a world full of distractions and competition. It's easy to become sidetracked or lose focus. This symbol encourages us to remain vigilant, to protect our energy and time, and to stay committed to the path that we've chosen. In business, just like in ancient times, staying focused on your vision and protecting your core values will keep you moving forward, even in the face of challenges. Vision in business, seeing beyond the present. In business, vision is often discussed in terms of leadership, the ability to chart a course for the future, anticipate changes, and drive innovation. But vision isn't just about seeing what's next. It's also about the clarity of perspective, understanding the needs of your customers, the gaps in the market, and recognizing opportunities that others might overlook. Take Tesla, for example. When Elon Musk founded Tesla, the vision was not just about creating electric cars but about changing the world's reliance on fossil fuels. The vision extended far beyond the current technology of electric vehicles. It was about creating sustainable energy solutions for the future. The Eye of Horus, in this case, symbolizes the ability to see the larger picture, to envision a world that hasn't yet come into being, and then taking the steps necessary to make that vision a reality. For entrepreneurs and business leaders, this vision is indispensable. Without it, businesses stagnate or fall behind. The Eye of Horus teaches us that visionaries, just like Horus, can see beyond the horizon, recognizing opportunities where others see only obstacles. They focus on creating long-term value, not just solving short-term problems. The power of focus and clarity. In a world full of noise, distractions, and endless possibilities, it's easy to lose focus and lose sight of your core mission. The Eye of Horus calls us to find clarity in our decision-making and purpose. This is particularly important in business, where daily decisions, distractions, and external pressures can cloud our judgment. Take Apple once again as an example. Steve Jobs, one of the most visionary leaders of our time, always emphasized the importance of focus. His famous mantra, "Focus is about saying no," reminds us that success doesn't come from trying to do everything but from concentrating on what truly matters. The Eye of Horus teaches us that by sharpening our focus, we can gain a clearer understanding of our goals, protect our energy, and avoid unnecessary distractions. It is a tool for seeing the truth in the world around us and staying true to what matters most. The number 3, balance and harmony. Another powerful symbol frequently found in sacred texts is the number 3. From the Holy Trinity in Christianity to the three jewels of Buddhism and the three main deities in Hinduism, the number 3 has long been regarded as a symbol of balance, harmony, and unity. But what can we learn from this number? And how does it apply to our lives and businesses? In many cultures, 3 is considered a complete and harmonious number. It represents the idea of wholeness, the coming together of 3 elements to form a unified whole. In the Bible, the number 3 is used repeatedly. Jesus was resurrected after 3 days. And there are 3 wise men who visited the newborn Jesus. This tripartite structure speaks to the concept of balance and completeness, both in spiritual life and in our personal and professional lives. In business, the number 3 can be understood as a guide to balance. Much like the 3 essential components in many religious philosophies, body, mind, and spirit, or past, present, and future, business success often relies on balancing several key factors: product, people, and profit. These 3 elements must work in harmony for the business to succeed. For example, consider the framework of people, process, and product. A company needs to have a solid team, people, effective processes in place, process, and an innovative and marketable product or service, product. If any of these elements is out of balance, the business will struggle. The number 3 serves as a reminder that true success comes when these elements are harmonized, working together towards a common goal, achieving balance in life. On a personal level, the number 3 teaches us the importance of achieving balance in our lives. Life can often feel like a juggling act, trying to balance family, work, personal development, and relaxation. The concept of 3 invites us to focus on balancing 3 core elements: work, personal life, and growth. Just as a tree requires both roots to stay grounded and branches to reach out, a successful life requires balance between the foundational aspects of who we are, our aspirations, and the practical realities of daily life. The number 3 encourages us to create a healthy equilibrium between our responsibilities, ambitions, and our personal well-being. Without this balance, we risk burnout or a lack of fulfillment. In this section of our journey, we have explored the Eye of Horus, a symbol of vision and clarity, and the number 3, a powerful representation of balance and harmony. Both of these symbols offer valuable lessons for navigating business and personal development. Whether it's maintaining focus and clarity in the midst of distractions or achieving a harmonious balance between work, life, and growth, these symbols provide us with the tools needed to succeed. In the next section, we will continue our exploration of sacred symbols, diving into other powerful representations like the phoenix and its connection to rebirth and transformation. Stay with us as we uncover more wisdom that can shape our success and our path forward. The phoenix, rebirth, and the power of transformation. One of the most fascinating and powerful symbols in many ancient cultures is the phoenix. In Greek mythology, the phoenix is a mythical bird that is consumed by flames only to rise again from its own ashes, symbolizing rebirth, renewal, and the eternal cycle of life. The phoenix is not just a symbol of survival but of transformation. It represents the ability to rise stronger and more powerful after facing destruction or failure. What does this mythical creature teach us in the context of both business and life? The phoenix reminds us that failure is not an end, rather, it is often the beginning of something new and powerful. In both life and business, challenges and setbacks are inevitable. However, the real lesson lies not in avoiding adversity but in learning to rise from it, just as the phoenix emerges from the ashes more glorious than before. In the world of business, this idea of rebirth and transformation is particularly important. Just as companies go through cycles of success and failure, the ability to reinvent and adapt to changing circumstances is what separates successful businesses from those that falter. The phoenix teaches us that every setback is an opportunity to reinvent ourselves, reimagine our strategies, and emerge even stronger. The phoenix in business, reinventing and adapting to change. Consider the example of Netflix, a company that has undergone multiple transformations throughout its existence. Originally a DVD rental service, Netflix faced a major turning point when streaming technology began to disrupt the industry. Rather than resist change or cling to its original business model, Netflix embraced the transformation and reinvented itself into a global streaming powerhouse. It underwent its rebirth, just like the phoenix, by adapting to technological advancements, creating original content, and expanding into new markets. Similarly, businesses must learn to embrace the inevitable changes in their industries. The phoenix metaphor encourages companies to view challenges as opportunities for transformation rather than as threats. When faced with a downturn, economic crisis, or new competitors, successful businesses find ways to evolve and emerge stronger. On a personal level, the phoenix is a reminder that we, too, are capable of personal transformation. Every time we face a failure or a difficult period in our lives, we have the opportunity to reinvent ourselves. Whether it's a career setback, a personal loss, or an unexpected life challenge, we can rise from the ashes of those experiences, stronger and wiser. The phoenix teaches us that transformation is a constant, and by embracing it, we can achieve our highest potential. The number 7, a symbol of perfection and completion. In addition to the phoenix, another sacred symbol that carries deep meaning is the number 7. The number 7 appears repeatedly in religious texts and mythologies across the world. It is considered a symbol of perfection, completeness, and divine order. In Christianity, for example, the number 7 is significant. God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th, making it a day of completion and rest. The 7 days of creation signify the perfection of the universe, and the number 7 is often associated with spiritual and divine perfection. In many cultures, the number 7 has been viewed as a powerful and mystical number. It represents harmony, balance, and the connection between the earthly and the divine. But how does this number relate to our lives, especially in the context of business? The number 7 in business, the 7 pillars of success. In business, the number 7 can be interpreted as a framework for achieving success. Many successful companies follow certain foundational principles, and these principles can be broken down into 7 key areas. These might include vision, having a clear and compelling vision for the future; leadership, strong leadership to guide the company towards its goals; innovation, continuously innovating to stay ahead of the competition; customer focus, putting the customer at the center of everything you do; operational excellence, ensuring efficiency and effectiveness in all processes; financial health, maintaining strong financial practices to support growth; corporate culture, building a positive and inclusive company culture that motivates employees. Each of these 7 pillars works together to create a balanced and successful business model. Just as the number 7 in sacred traditions represents a complete cycle, these 7 areas of focus ensure that all aspects of the business are aligned and working towards a common goal. For example, Google is often cited as a company that embodies many of these principles. Its vision of organizing the world's information and making it universally accessible and useful has driven its innovation. The leadership of founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin has guided the company through various stages of growth, while its operational excellence and focus on customer needs have ensured its dominance in the tech world. The number 7 in personal growth, achieving balance and wholeness. On a personal level, the number 7 can be applied to achieving balance and wholeness in our lives. Many people struggle to find balance between work, personal relationships, health, and self-growth. The number 7 reminds us that true success comes from completing the cycle of growth, not just focusing on one aspect of our lives at the expense of others. For example, an individual who is constantly working without taking time for rest and self-care is not achieving a complete, balanced life. Similarly, someone who focuses solely on personal relationships without considering their career goals or health is neglecting key aspects of their well-being. The number 7 teaches us that to live a full and successful life, we must pay attention to all aspects of our existence: mind, body, soul, relationships, career, and personal growth. The number 7 also suggests that life itself is a journey of completion. We are constantly growing, evolving, and seeking to fulfill our potential, whether it's through pursuing new knowledge, overcoming obstacles, or building meaningful relationships. The number 7 reminds us that we are always in the process of becoming our best selves. Just as the phoenix rises from the ashes, we too are capable of constant renewal and transformation on our journey to completeness. In this section, we have explored the phoenix as a symbol of rebirth and transformation, and the number 7 as a symbol of perfection and completeness. Both symbols offer profound insights into how we can approach business and personal growth. Whether it's the ability to rise from failure and adapt to change like the phoenix, or achieving balance and wholeness in our lives with the number 7. These symbols guide us toward greater success and fulfillment. In the next section, we will continue to uncover more sacred symbols and how they shape our understanding of success, leadership, and the deeper meaning of life. The tree of life, roots, growth, and sustainability. One of the most enduring symbols in spiritual and philosophical traditions is the tree of life. Found in many cultures, including Christianity, Norse mythology, and even in ancient Egyptian texts, the tree of life represents the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of growth, nourishment, and sustainability. It speaks to the fundamental idea that all living beings are connected to a greater whole and that true success requires deep roots, nurturing, and the patience to grow. The tree of life is often depicted as having its roots deep in the earth and its branches stretching high into the sky. This image reflects the dual nature of existence, the earthly and the spiritual, the material and the divine. Just as a tree needs strong roots to stand tall, humans and businesses need a firm foundation to grow and thrive. These roots symbolize our core values, beliefs, and principles, the things that ground us in the face of challenges. Without a strong foundation, any structure, whether it's a tree or a business, will struggle to stand. In business, the tree of life teaches us about sustainability. Growth is not about rapid, unchecked expansion, it is about sustainable, long-term development. Just as a tree grows slowly and steadily, businesses that focus on sustainability are better equipped to weather economic fluctuations, changes in market trends, and external challenges. The tree of life encourages businesses to invest in their long-term health rather than seeking quick profits at the cost of their future. By cultivating strong roots in the form of solid business practices, ethical principles, and strong relationships, businesses can thrive and grow for years to come. The tree of life in business, building sustainable foundations. Take Patagonia, the outdoor clothing company, as an example of a business that embodies the tree of life symbol. Known for its commitment to sustainability, Patagonia has integrated environmental consciousness into its business model. The company invests in high-quality materials, focuses on ethical production practices, and encourages consumers to buy less and choose products that last longer. Patagonia's success is not just measured in financial profits, but in its ability to balance growth with sustainability. It's a business that has taken the tree of life symbol to heart, focusing on the long-term health of the company and the planet. Another example is IKEA, which has also embraced sustainability as a core value. The company's focus on providing affordable and sustainable home goods is reflected in its commitment to using renewable materials and reducing its carbon footprint. The tree of life in this context teaches us that businesses can be profitable while also being responsible stewards of the environment. Sustainability is not just a buzzword, but a philosophy that drives the company's operations. For entrepreneurs, the tree of life symbol reminds us that business growth should be nourished by strong values. Much like a tree that requires sunlight, water, and care to grow, businesses require ethical principles, customer trust, and innovative strategies to expand successfully. A company that focuses solely on profits, neglecting its social or environmental responsibilities, is like a tree with shallow roots. Its growth will eventually be stunted. The all-seeing eye, vision and awareness. Another powerful symbol with deep spiritual and practical implications is the all-seeing eye. Often depicted as an eye inside a triangle, this symbol is found in many traditions, including Christianity, the eye of God, Freemasonry, and various ancient cultures. The all-seeing eye represents divine vision, awareness, and the ability to see truth beyond appearances. It signifies a level of perception that goes beyond the ordinary and sees the interconnectedness of all things. In business, the all-seeing eye encourages us to develop a level of awareness that allows us to see things from multiple perspectives. It's not enough to focus solely on immediate goals. Successful entrepreneurs and business leaders must have the ability to look at the bigger picture. The all-seeing eye teaches us to anticipate potential challenges, recognize opportunities that others might miss, and be aware of the underlying forces shaping our industries. For example, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is often praised for his ability to see beyond the current state of the retail industry. When Amazon was initially just a bookstore, Bezos had the vision to see how the internet could transform global commerce. He didn't just see a way to sell books online, he saw the potential for e-commerce, cloud computing, and a whole ecosystem that would revolutionize how people shop, work, and live. Bezos' all-seeing eye allowed him to predict the rise of technology, automation, and logistics long before they became mainstream. Similarly, Apple has long been considered a company that embodies the all-seeing eye. Steve Jobs, known for his visionary leadership, didn't just build products for today, he built products for the future. His focus on user experience, sleek design, and integration of software and hardware demonstrated an exceptional awareness of where technology was headed and how consumers would respond to it. The all-seeing eye symbolizes the ability to see beyond the present moment, to foresee the long-term trajectory of industries and human behavior. The all-seeing eye in personal development, self-awareness, and clarity. On a personal level, the all-seeing eye is a powerful reminder of the importance of self-awareness and clarity. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. The all-seeing eye calls us to look inward and assess our own values, motivations, and goals. Just as a business must have a clear vision for its future, individuals must also cultivate a sense of self-awareness to achieve personal growth. The all-seeing eye reminds us to take a step back and observe ourselves from a higher perspective. Are we living in alignment with our values? Are we making decisions that reflect our true purpose? Are we aware of the impact our actions have on others? By developing a greater level of self-awareness, we can make better choices and align our actions with our goals, leading to more fulfillment and success in our personal and professional lives. In meditation and mindfulness practices, the all-seeing eye can be seen as a symbol of the ability to focus and gain clarity amidst the chaos of life. By honing our awareness, we can tune out the noise and focus on what's truly important. This clarity is essential not only for personal development but also for leadership and decision-making in business. In this section, we have explored the Tree of Life, a symbol of growth, sustainability, and deep-rooted principles, as well as the all-seeing eye, which represents vision, awareness, and the ability to perceive deeper truths. Both symbols offer valuable lessons for business and personal development. The Tree of Life encourages us to build strong foundations for sustainable growth, while the all-seeing eye reminds us of the importance of vision and self-awareness. In the next section, we will continue our exploration of sacred symbols, delving into how other powerful representations like the Wheel of Dharma and labyrinths can guide us on our journey to success, enlightenment, and personal transformation. The sacred symbols, a gateway to deeper understanding. As we conclude this exploration of sacred symbols and codes, it is evident that these timeless representations are not mere relics of ancient civilizations or religious texts. They are profound, living lessons, metaphors, and keys that can unlock deeper truths about our lives, our businesses, and our capacity for growth. The symbols we've encountered, from the phoenix and the Tree of Life to the all-seeing eye and the number 7, are more than just abstract ideas. They are guiding principles, reflecting the eternal cycle of life, transformation, and fulfillment. Throughout this journey, we have learned that every symbol holds a deeper meaning, one that transcends its surface-level representation. The phoenix taught us the power of rebirth and the ability to rise stronger from failure. The Tree of Life showed us the importance of building a solid foundation for sustainable growth, ensuring that our roots, our core values and principles, are deep and strong. The number 7 reminded us of the need for balance, completeness, and perfection in all aspects of life and business. The all-seeing eye, with its piercing vision, calls us to develop greater self-awareness and to see beyond the ordinary, to understand the underlying forces that shape our reality. But the most important lesson that ties all these symbols together is transformation. Just as the phoenix is reborn from its own ashes, we too can reinvent ourselves, our businesses, and our lives. Every challenge, every setback, is an opportunity to evolve, to refine our strategies, and to grow stronger. These sacred symbols are not just relics from the past, they are alive in us, waiting to be applied to our daily lives, transforming challenges into opportunities. The phoenix, with its remarkable ability to rise from the flames, is a powerful reminder that failure is not the end. In fact, it may very well be the beginning of something greater. Every entrepreneur, every business leader, faces moments of failure, whether it's a financial setback, a failed project, or an unexpected challenge. It's easy to feel defeated, but the Phoenix urges us to view these challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward our transformation. Take the example of Apple, a company that was once on the brink of failure before its triumphant return under the leadership of Steve Jobs. In the late 1990s, Apple was struggling. Its products were not resonating with consumers, and it seemed as if the company might collapse. But instead of giving up, Jobs used this moment of crisis as an opportunity to reinvent Apple. The result? A company that would go on to revolutionize the tech industry, creating products that would change the world. This was Apple's Phoenix moment, a complete rebirth. In our own lives, the Phoenix teaches us the same lesson. We must embrace failure, not run from it. We must be willing to let go of old strategies and outdated beliefs and emerge from the ashes with new insight, renewed strength, and a more powerful vision. The tree of life, building strong foundations for growth. The tree of life, with its roots firmly planted in the earth and its branches reaching for the sky, teaches us the importance of building a strong foundation. In business, this means focusing on values, ethics, and sustainability. It's easy to get caught up in short-term gains, whether that's chasing the next big deal or cutting corners to achieve immediate profits. But the tree of life reminds us that lasting success comes from steady, organic growth. Just as a tree requires time to grow, so does a business. It requires patience, nurturing, and a deep commitment to the long-term vision. Companies like Patagonia and IKEA have embraced this idea of sustainable growth, focusing not only on profitability but also on their environmental impact, ethical production methods, and social responsibility. These companies have shown that it's possible to build a business that thrives both economically and ethically. They've planted their roots in the rich soil of strong principles, and their growth has been steady and resilient. In our personal lives, the tree of life teaches us the importance of nourishing our relationships, investing in personal growth, and staying true to our values. When we build our lives on a solid foundation of integrity and purpose, we create a framework for sustained happiness and success. Just as a tree cannot grow without its roots, we cannot thrive without a firm grounding in our beliefs, relationships, and purpose. The all-seeing eye, vision and awareness. Perhaps one of the most powerful lessons we can take from these symbols is the message conveyed by the all-seeing eye, the importance of vision and awareness. In business and in life, it's not enough to simply focus on the immediate goals or the day-to-day tasks. The all-seeing eye urges us to step back, look at the bigger picture, and be fully aware of the forces that shape our decisions. It calls on us to see beyond the obvious, to recognize patterns, to understand the deep currents that drive success and failure. Visionary leaders like Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs exemplify this principle. They didn't just focus on what was happening in the present moment. They had the foresight to see where industries were headed and made bold decisions that led to groundbreaking innovations. The all-seeing eye challenges us to develop that same level of awareness, to see things clearly and make decisions that align with our long-term goals. Embracing transformation in life and business. As we reflect on these sacred symbols and the lessons they hold, we see that they are all deeply interconnected. Whether it's the phoenix urging us to rise from failure, the tree of life reminding us to nurture strong foundations, the number 7 encouraging balance and completion, or the all-seeing eye guiding us to clarity and vision, each symbol offers a vital piece of the puzzle. The common thread that ties these symbols together is transformation. Life and business are not static. They are dynamic, constantly evolving. To thrive, we must be willing to adapt, to reinvent ourselves, and to remain aware of the forces at play around us. By embracing these sacred symbols, we unlock the potential to grow, to succeed, and to lead lives and businesses that are not only profitable but meaningful. As you move forward on your own journey, remember the lessons of the phoenix, the tree of life, the all-seeing eye, and the number 7. Embrace the power of rebirth. Nurture your roots, cultivate awareness, and aim for balance. In doing so, you'll not only find success in business but also fulfillment in life. The path forward, the path ahead is not without its challenges. But as we've seen through these sacred symbols, challenges are not the end. They are the opportunities for growth and transformation. You are capable of greatness. Just as these ancient symbols continue to resonate through time, their lessons can continue to guide you in your journey. The question now is, are you ready to embrace these sacred symbols and use them to shape your future? As you move forward, remember that transformation is within your grasp. The tools for growth, success, and enlightenment are already within you. It's up to you to unlock them and make them part of your story. Let the symbols be your guide, and may you rise, like the phoenix, stronger, wiser, and more powerful than before.